For more than 40 years, Frances was the love of Richard's life.
She was tremendous. She was terrific. She always thought of other people, never of herself.
Smitten, he showered her with gifts.
And she told me once that when she was a little girl, she had one doll. And then the old brain started ticking away and I bought one doll. Then one doll ended up to another doll and another doll. I couldn't do enough for her. If I could afford it, she got it. That's how much I loved her.
In March last year, Frances was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer. Told she only had weeks to live, she chose to see out her time at home with Richard.
I'm just sorry that I couldn't save her. I offered to give my liver to her and they said no. She's too old to have a transplant. She outlasted their predictions of 2 to 3 weeks. She lasted 8 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours. She died in my arms at 4 o'clock on the 1st of May.
Today, Richard's home is a shrine to Frances, a house full of heart.
She just loved flamingos. She loved Elvis Presley, lots of things, teddy bears. She just loved them.
It's as though Frances hasn't left, and that's had some of Richard's friends asking questions.
You're building a shrine. That's not what you're to do. You got to let her go. No way am I going to let her go. I don't want her memory fading away. Come in.
Thank you.
You like a cuppa?
I would love one. How's
Palliative
that?
Care South East has been supporting Richard for the past 18 months.
You coping well?
Yeah, getting there. Some days are better than others.
You can see that he loved her so much and all he wanted to do was cherish her and spoil her and make her happy.
Into a memorial garden for her. She loved her garden.
With the pandemic making it harder for loved ones to say goodbye, Rochelle and her team introduced a Memorabilia program. Volunteers like Gabrielle craft teddy bears from the clothing of departed loved ones.
It's a privilege to be able to have people's clothing and to be able to create something that is hopefully lasting for them and to laugh as well as cry. Yeah.
Do you remember this for her pyjama?
Yeah, I do.
Earlier this year, Misha's grandmother, Lynn, passed away.
She was really special because she always cared for me and she always loved me.
Granny's Harry Potter pyjamas now a lasting reminder of a magical bond.
It represents Mama because I think teddy bears are really sweet and cuddly, and she was very cuddly and sweet.
It's this bear that fills a special place in Richard's heart. It started life as a nightie he bought for his beloved wife.
I put the first necklace I ever bought Francie on it. The brooch I bought her, I thought it was an earring. And I found out it's not an earring, it's a brooch, but I still put it in the bear's ear.
There's also a new cushion made from one of Frances's scarves. Richard can't bear to part with any of her precious possessions.
I can't even get rid of her clothes because I live in hope. I know it's not going to happen, but I hope one day she'll come back. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll sit in a chair over there, have a cup of coffee, maybe a smoke, and I'll be looking at the doorway, hoping she'll walk through it. It's not going to happen, but one day it might, I hope.
But now he's got a whole lot of her flamingos to keep him company.
Bloody flamingos. No, she loved them.
And a cuddly reminder of the woman he will love forever.
And every time I hold it, well, I'm just thinking of her. She meant a heck of a lot to me when she was alive, and she still does today.
I've read a bit about grief, and the advice I've read is that in order to process grief, it has to move. You have to do something with it.
Yeah.
And I just kept thinking that during that story, how important it is that it doesn't sit there stagnant. You have to, whether it's putting your hands into something or creating something, you can see that that's his way of coping, and that's a beautiful thing.
Such a beautiful initiative. Gabrielle, Rochelle, well done. For more information about the Memorabilia program and to support the great work they do, please check out the link on our website.